Have you ever walked into a room and felt something wasn't right? Nobody said anything, nothing was obvious, yet somehow you knew. Maybe at a glance, a hesitation, a shift in tone. The hairs on the back of your neck stood up. You could not explain it, but you noticed it. The signs were there before you understood them. And that is where awareness begins. The signs were always there. A change in behavior, a pause before an answer, a pattern that repeats itself. Most people never notice them. They see results, but they miss the warning. In the Book of Wind, Musashi does something unusual. He stops talking about himself. He stops talking about victories. Instead, he begins studying everyone else. The schools, the methods, the assumptions. Not because he wants to copy them, but because he wants to understand them. Musashi believed that every school revealed something: its habits, its preferences, its weaknesses. If Earth taught us how to train, if water taught us how to adapt, and fire taught us how to act, wind teaches us how to see. Because before every mistake, there is a sign. One school favored unusually long swords. Their logic seems sound. The longer the weapon creates more distance, more reach, more safety. At first glance, it appeared superior. But Musashi noticed something else. The sword wasn't the problem. The belief behind it was. They trusted distance more than skill. They trusted equipment more than adaptability. And when the fight moved into a narrow hallway, when the movement became restricted, the advantage disappeared and the school lost. The tool is not the strategy. Skill matters more than equipment. Complexity is not capability. Other schools focused on beautiful techniques, elegant movements, perfect demonstrations, decorative footwork. Everything looked impressive. The crowd admired. The students admired it. But Musashi asked one simple question: does it work? Because when real pressure arrived, the elegant movement created openings. The decorative technique wasted time. The appearance of mastery became a substitute for mastery itself, and the school lost. Looking skilled is not the same as being skilled. Appearance can hide weakness. Some schools taught students to watch the hands. Others taught them to watch the eyes. Others focused on the sword. Musashi warned against it all. Because when you focus on one thing, you lose the whole person. The fighter becomes fixated, and the world narrows. And what exits outside of the narrow focus disappears. The attack arrives from somewhere else. The opportunity appears somewhere else. The answer was always there, but the school never saw it. And the school lost. When we focus on one thing, we lose sight of everything else. Awareness requires perspective. The greatest danger isn't what we can see, it's what we fail to notice. Every school believes it had the answer. Every school believed it was correct. And because of that confidence, each developed blind spots. Strength became weakness. Clarity became limitation. The thing ignored eventually became the thing that mattered the most. And the school lost. Every strength creates a blind spot. What you ignore eventually matters. So how do we apply this today? Musashi's answer is surprisingly simple. Observe before you improve. Observe before you optimize. Observe before you react. This week, don't rush to change anything. Instead, pay attention. What assumptions guide your decisions? What habits shape your actions? What patterns keep repeating? The goal isn't immediate improvement. The goal is understanding. Observation comes before improvement. First notice, then act. At the beginning, we talked about that feeling, the moment when something feels wrong. The long sword revealed dependence. The flowery manner revealed vanity. The fixated eye revealed tunnel vision. The blind spot revealed limitation. Musashi writes, "Know the ways of all professions, and know the advantages and disadvantages of everything." The signs were always there. The schools simply ignored them. And perhaps that is the lesson of the wind. Awareness begins when we stop looking only at ourselves. Awareness is seeing what others miss. The more we understand the world around us, the more clearly we begin to understand ourselves. Next time, we enter the final book, the Book of Void, where everything Musashi has taught us disappears. Until then, stay aware and always stay continuous, creatives.